Hi, my name is Aaron, and today I'll be recording a personal training session with my client Matthew. I've just recently made contact with him to confirm his availability, as well as inform him of the location that we're working out of. And just finally, just to discuss the session plan that I've created for him, and make sure that he's happy and it meets him. So after discussing with Matthew his session plan, I've attended the Gold's Gym and reserved the equipment that we'll be using for our session. I've arrived 20 minutes early just to test all the equipment also, and I've set it all out so that this session flows really nicely. Look, Matthew, it's good to see you again. So before we start, is there any health issues, any injuries that I should know about?
No, good.
No, you're all good? All been cleared?
Yeah.
All right, so what we'll do is we'll head over to the treadmills in a minute. I'll ask you a series of questions just around your health before we get started, just to confirm anything. And then from there I'll discuss the workout plan we're going to go through. We're going to be starting with a bit of cardio just to warm you up, and then we'll do a strength test just relating to your goal of getting a bit stronger fully, and then we'll work through a few exercises which I'll get into a bit more detail as we're doing the warm up. Awesome. So we're just going to start off by walking, just a nice steady pace. What you've got to do is try to ask you a few questions medical terms. The doctor has told you that you've got a heart condition or anything like that? No? You experience any unexplained pains? No? Your chest or anything like that? Do you ever feel faint, dizzy spells? No? You had asthma attack in the last 12 months and required any medical attention? No? No? You? Do you have any diabetes? No? Do you have any diagnosed muscle or bone issues at all? No? You're super healthy, mate. Do you have any other medical conditions that may prevent you from away? No, good. No, real good. Well, tips, so right, to the other session, which is going to make this a little bit harder for you. I can see that you're a pretty physically fit guy. Just going to go to a nice, bit more than a steady walk. Let's discuss today's session. So today first I'm just going to put you through a 1 minute strength test just because I know it's one of your goals. So what we can do is as many push-ups as we can within a minute, and no facing to failure. We'll just see how many you can get within a minute. We can follow that with some dumbbell chest press. I'll work through the proper technique with you throughout the session. Follow that by some chin-ups, some barbell squats, and then we'll cool down to the treadmill. Are you happy with that session plan? That's good. Once we finish that, we'll just do a quick circuit, and after that we'll just go through some stretching just to finish off the whole workout. As you can probably feel now, we've been working out for a few 30 seconds or so. Your heart rate will start rising. We're just going to do this for about 5 minutes. Additionally, to your heart rate rising, throughout your exercise, your blood pressure is going to rise as well as your oxygen demand. Now all this is rising because your muscles are requiring it as well when we work your muscles, and that's the oxygen demand as well. Have you got any questions about the plan today? All good. No? Are you happy that it meets your goals? Yeah. So let's do this for another minute. We're almost at 5 minutes. No aches or pains at all? No, good. Alright, that's 5 minutes. We'll head over and we'll start the strength test. Alright, so this is the strength test where we're going to conduct as many push-ups as we can within a 1 minute period. I'll time you, and throughout I'll explain sort of what we're doing. At the end, we're looking at how many you've done within a minute, and then we'll compare that to a graph which basically states at what level you're at. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with our hands, palms straight on the floor, roughly shoulder width apart, knees on the floor. We're just going to creep back to a straight back. Knees going to come off the ground. We're going to go straight down and push straight back up. So that's one. Throughout this, you want to keep your back straight the entire time. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll start the timer. Alright, ready when you are. Cool. Doing great. So we're 15 seconds in, 45 to go. Almost there. 45 seconds. So that'll put you in the average category. So we've got a bit of work that we can do to improve that. So we'll be aiming for at the end of our program to easily get you above 54. Cool. Alright, so this workout we're going to go through now is the dumbbell chest press. So we're going to focus on 8 to 12 reps, which is hypertrophy training, which is in line with your goal. So through this movement, we're going to be working the primary muscle being your pectoral, which is then supported by your pectoral minor and your triceps. We're going to focus on keeping our core locked in and activated the entire time. We're going to keep our back completely on the bench. I will show you through the workout first and explain everything as I'm going through the movement. Are you happy with all that? Yep. Right, so as I showed you, what we're going to do is we're going to lower it down so that you're basically at chest level, and then it'll be pressing up. Now during that concentric phase, which is the pushing motion, that's when we're going to breathe out, so that's when we'll be exhaling, and you'll inhale on the way down. Remember, we're focusing on that breathing, focusing on activating those pectoral muscles and keeping our back on the bench, as well as our core nice and activated. Feet flat on the floor during the whole workout. Alright, so remember 8 to 12, ready when you are. And I'll be supporting you from just under your bicep muscle throughout the motion. Alrighty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. 6, that's halfway. Remember breathing out on the way up. Beautiful. Good to see your core nice and activated. Almost there. We're lowering the weights. Nice, and now we sit up. Very well. So we're going to do 3 sets of those. Alright, so this next exercise we're going to do is the barbell bent over row. So this one, again, we're going to do the 8 to 12 reps. This is going to be focusing on strengthening your back, primarily your latissimus dorsi muscles. It's going to be supported by your biceps and your forearms, because you're gripping the bar. So without a weight, I'll just go over the movement quickly. So you're going to bend at the knees whenever you're picking anything up. You want to keep that correct form. You don't want to be bending your back. We're going to bend at the knees. We're going to grab the bar with the overhand grip. We're going to then straighten it straight up to an upright position. And then bending at the hips, we're going to lean forward, making sure that we're constantly keeping our core activated. We're going to roll our shoulders slightly back. With that position, we're then going to be pulling the bar towards our abdominal muscles. This is going to activate your lats, you feel it pretty quickly. And then it's going to be releasing it back down. So during the concentric phase, it's the opposite to the chest press, so it's going to be in a pulling motion. During that phase, we're going to be breathing out, and then when we're releasing it, we're going to be breathing in. It's going to be nice and slow movements, because we want to get that technique right. Cool. So we're going to grab the bar about shoulder width apart. Notice the whole time I keep my head up, that'll just help to straighten that back. If you look down, you tend to curve a bit in your back. Now the spot, I'm just going to put my fingers in the middle of your back, and just to feel that squeeze. Now at the top, I just want you to squeeze my fingers, is that alright? Cool. Beautiful. And then we're breathing out. Perfect. Good to see you keeping that back nice and straight. Remember, we're aiming for 8 to 12. Good squeeze right at the top. Very nice, almost done. Beautiful. We're bend the knees when we're lowering it. Perfect. Alright, so the final exercise we're going to do is strengthening the legs. So this is going to be the barbell squat. So the primary muscles working is your quadriceps. It'll be supported by your hamstrings and your glutes. Now, this movement is conducted by placing your feet roughly hip width apart, pointing your toes out just as required. We're going to keep our head facing forward, chest up. The bar is going to be supported by our traps. So it's going to be resting along our traps. We're going to bend the knees. They will move forward slightly, but keeping them in line with our feet. We're going to lower down to approximately 90 degrees, and then we're going to press back up. Breathing during the movement up, and breathing in while we're going down. So we're looking at 8 to 12 reps again, driving through your heels. And remember to keep that core activated at all times. Nice. Very deep squat. Good job, Matt. Good work. Keep that chest up. We keep chest out. Beautiful. Just make sure those knees don't go in front of your toes. Keep it right over the top of your feet. Much better. So we're going to do some cardio for the next 8 to 10 minutes, just to cool you down a little bit before we go and do our circuit training. So you did really well throughout that strength training, and as you can probably appreciate, the raise in the heart rate and your blood pressure is probably gone up with that as well. You feel it sort of rush all your muscles, carrying all that oxygen there. What we've got here is some controllers to increase the speed. We'll increase this to light jog. What we would do is have the assistant, we attach this to our shirt, our clothing, that will automatically stop the machine. We also have the ability to increase our incline, the decline of the machine. So this machine is touchscreen, so we can actually activate most of it through touch. And we've also got channels, so we can plug in the TV in this one and increase the volume and everything, and insert some headphones. It's a pretty standard machine, it doesn't have too many functions. And all we're really going to focus on is the increase in speed and increase in incline. So we'll proceed for another minute at this pace, and then we'll increase it. We'll increase the run, and then we'll proceed going to our circuit. Alright, so now we're going to get into our circuit. This focuses on increasing our heart rate a little bit more. The muscles we're going to bring into this first exercise is our pectorals, supported by our triceps, and we're also going to bring into it a lot of focus on our core, so we're not falling off the ball. This one is the medicine ball push-up. So first we're going to set ourselves down on our knees, over the ball. We're going to lift ourselves up on our toes, keeping the back straight again. We're going to press down towards the ball. Breathing out, we're going to push up. Breathing in. Breathing out. Alright, so next we're going to go into medicine ball squats. So this will be similar to our squat movement with the bar in our back. However, we're going to be focusing on holding the ball in front of us. We're going to hold the ball in front, just outside from our chest. So we're squatting straight down, straight back up. Down, and up. And we're breathing on our movement up. That's going to be working similar muscles to what we work with our squats. And next we're going to focus on just a standard crunch. So with the crunch, laying on our back, we have our hands on our quads. We're going to move so that our palms are around our knees, and then we're going to go back down. Just still keeping your back slightly off the floor. We're going to go up and down. This is just a slight curl of your abdominal muscles. Keep going. Good technique. Keep that back nice and straight. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Remember, keep your legs pushing through the heels of your feet. Keep that ball just off your chest. Yep, down there, sorry. 10 seconds. Keep monitoring that breathing. Good job working that core. Keeping it nice and tight, focusing on your breathing. Keep going for 15 seconds. Almost done. Five seconds. Good work, we're almost there, Matt. 3 seconds. Alright, so now we're just going to get into a bit of stretching. So first we're going to stretch the pectoral muscles, things we worked them a fair bit. We're just going to put our arm on the wall, roughly 90 degrees there. We're going to lean slightly forward and into it, and we should be feeling a stretch along our pectoral muscles. We're just going to hold that for 30 seconds. We should feel it stretch throughout the whole motion. We'll hold that after 30 seconds. We're then going to change to the other arm, and we'll be doing this 3 times to fully stretch out that pectoral area that we've worked. Beautiful. So can you feel that throughout your pectoral area? Feel it stretching? Yeah. So the more you find you lean forward, the more that you'll feel that stretch. So you don't want to lean too far forward that you're injuring yourself. Just be enough that you can feel the stretch, and then we're just going to hold it for 30 seconds. You can feel it in the right muscles? Yeah. Beautiful. You might feel it slightly in your shoulder. We just want to really activate that pectoral muscle. Alright, so considering we worked our leg muscles, now we're just going to do a quadricep stretch. So we're going to use the wall as stability. We're going to grab our foot behind our body, nice and firmly so that we're not slipping. Legs are going to be lined up together. We're going to push our hips slightly forward. The more we push our hips forward, the more quad you'll feel stretching. You don't want to over push forward and injure yourself. So we're going to feel it nicely. We're just going to hold that movement again for 30 seconds. 3 sets. So just going to hold this, feel it right up that quadricep muscle. Then we're going to turn around, again holding the wall, we're going to do the opposite leg. Alright, so remember push those hips slightly forward, good grip on your foot, you're holding it for 30 seconds. Now whereabouts are you feeling that? Right up your quad? Straight in the quads. Good. So that's where you should feel it. Alright, so now we've finished that exercise with Matthew. We're just going to discuss the special population and how we might alter a workout to benefit them. So let's say we have someone with a high blood pressure. They're at a bit more of a risk of heart problems, so heart attack, stroke, and other conditions. So we're going to want to alter our program with exercises that don't put too much stress on that heart. And we're going to, throughout the workout, monitor their heart a bit more. This is something that will be identified through the pre-question screening. So you don't want to put the weights above the head. That'll put a bit more stress on the heart because it's got to work to get the blood up there. So no shoulder presses or movements above the head. And we don't want to be bringing the legs above their heart as well, because that's again going to be putting a little bit more stress on the heart. So no lying leg raises or other movements that do similar. So one of the workouts I conducted with Matt was the bent over row. If he had lower back problems, which would be identified, we identify as a special population if this is identified in the pre-question screening. I wouldn't be putting him through that. We'd focus a little bit more on machine work instead of the free weight work, because that would be a bit taxing on the back. So we're going to probably focus on a low row machine where we can drop the weight. The machine supports that a little bit, and we can work on the form a little bit better than a free weight where there's not as much stability. Additional to not using free weights, we could move close towards the resistance bands, so a bit more aggression training. So instead of using a machine which is weighted or a free weight, we could use a resistance band and do a one arm row using resistance bands, and we can work our resistance up from there.